Hi everyone, it's Lene and welcome to my YouTube channel. So a lot has happened between now and when I filmed my last video, and it is now May. I graduated from Florida State last week and I've been looking for some motivation to keep filming videos, and I found one. So today, as you can see, my hair is done. We are not doing my hair today. We are actually going to be doing a very special friend of mine's hair who needs a lot of help. And this is the first time that I've actually done braids on someone who isn't myself or my sister. So this is going to be a very exciting video where I walk you through how to do men's hair. Yeah, so I'm going to bring in my friend Kieth and we are going to get started.
I started with deep conditioning Kieth's hair, therefore it'd be easier to do our protective style. After we rinsed out the deep conditioner, it was time to analyze the hair and then begin to start parting it. Now, I will go in and add more products, but it was detangled already, so we just went ahead and started parting it. I wanted to start with parting his hair down the middle, so then we can go into 4 different sections. Once you have 4 sections, it's easier to break those up into smaller sections so you can work more thoroughly through the hair. So I am using a small comb to comb out his hair and to part it, but I did detangle 2 or 3 times before this, therefore it's not actually damaging his hair because we've already went and we've already combed things out. With each section, I'm now going in and applying some of the product, therefore we can get it ready for it to be blow dried, but first I want to make sure that all of the hair is getting moisturized. In doing so, I used a combination of products. I used the curl custard, and I also began using coconut oil. Now we're just about to start sectioning his hair into smaller pieces. This will help blow dry his hair faster if it's in smaller sections because he does have pretty thick curly hair. I highly recommend sectioning the hair if you're gonna do blow drying. It did just make the process a whole lot easier. However, if you don't want to do this process, you can totally skip it and then just blow dry it as normal. But like I said, it saves you a lot of time if you do section it. As I was sectioning his hair, I did apply a heat protectant, which I highly recommend if you are going to be applying heat on any type of hair. Once I finished blow drying his hair, I noticed that he has so many dead ends, so I decided that I was just gonna cut his hair. And honestly, I really had no idea what I was doing, but I tried. His hair was already pretty uneven, and I'm not a hairstylist, so I just kind of took off the dead ends for him so he could at least have a fresh start. As you can tell, Kieth had a lot of faith in me, and I'm glad he did, because his hair did turn out great. But honestly, he took a risk with letting me cut it, but it turned out great, so that's what counts, right? So I kind of just mimicked what I've seen my mom do when it comes to cutting hair because she is a hairstylist. However, if she does see this, she will probably not be happy with how I cut his hair. But like I said before, I tried, Mom. The funniest part about cutting curly hair is that, honestly, people really don't even notice that it's cut unless it is straight like Kieth's was. So I was just kind of having a good time trying to figure out what I wanted to do with it, but I did decide to put it in a bun so then I can go ahead and tape up his edges for him. Now we began the process of parting his hair and starting the braid, then twist. This is going to show me doing it very quickly, but I will show you a slowed down version in just a few moments. While I was braiding and twisting his hair, I made sure to apply a gel to it, therefore that it could lock and hold a lot better. I wanted to make sure that I was applying a lot of product when I was doing his hair, so you might see some extras on the outside of the twist. Now here's going to be a slowed down version of me showing you how I actually obtained the braid/twist. By starting off with a braid at the top, it allows for the twist to hold longer. So I braid like 2 or 3 times, and then I grab the 3 hairs and split it into 2 hairs, and then I began my twist process. This was my first time doing a protective style on someone besides myself, so this definitely was a learning curve. If I could go back again, I would definitely braid a lot tighter than I did. Like most hair, once you get to the ends of the strand, it's going to be a bit drier than normal. Therefore, I just gave it some extra attention by recombing it and then adding some more product and making sure that after I twisted it, that it was nice and tight and would stay sealed. This next step is optional. You don't have to blow dry them. You can definitely let the twist air dry. However, I think that you can kind of control the shape a little bit better and prevent them from shrinking if you do choose to blow dry. Alright, so this is how they turned out. I was pretty pleased with how they turned out. My sections were actually not as bad as I thought they were going to be. They're not perfect, but they look pretty good. So I just finished doing Kieth's hair and it took a lot longer than I thought. I was very new to this, so it's not perfect or anything, but it's a good start. Let's see what he has to say.
I love it. I don't know about you guys, but I love it.
Yeah. We did a lot to it. We started with a deep condition, and then from there we detangled. We detangled like a few times, and then we did the blow drying, and then we cut it, sectioned it, did all that. All the twist. So, yeah.
A lot of energy for good work. Really good work.
Alright, so yeah, thanks for watching. So today was a lot of fun. Spending time with Kieth doing his hair, it was great. I actually always wanted to do hair of his texture, which is completely different from mine, so it was definitely a learning curve. I had a lot of fun. I will make sure that I will be putting out more content as far as hair related and other things. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good one.